phone.
Oh, you're not watching it? Oh, okay.
I'll watch it later.
Okay.
Are you live?
Yep. Yep.
Well, shouldn't you say something like, "Hey, I'm live. This is Lonnie," or something? Come on, introduce yourself.
What he said.
Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lonnie Jameson's trucking channel. Today we're going to watch him play American Truck Simulator. He has been doing modifications to his rig, and the newest modification is he's put an over-the-shoulder camera mount so you can see his dash. He's very proud of his custom dashboard, as he should be. He spent hours making it. So, sit back, relax, and watch the music.
Music?
I should say watch the magic, sorry.
There you
Darn,
go.
I messed it
That's
up. I was doing well to the
yeah,
end.
you were doing so well, and all of a sudden you just screwed it all up at the end. God, I can't count
Well,
on you for anything.
really? That hurts.
Okay, I got my air compressor going. It's charged up, and I got the game running. Let's see. Actually, I need to go to it because I got my background set up. There we go. Now we've got the game. Let's go make a delivery.
That's the magic I was talking about. Let's go make the magic with some
Let's
music.
go make it a magic. Okay, let's see. Where am I anyway on the map? I think I was down in... Oh, Hobbs. I was
You
down
need a
in...
little... when you drop the truck off just to park it?
Yeah.
Last time we were talking? Yeah.
Actually, I've been out and about since then, so I'm in a
You've
different
been truck driving without me?
Yes, I have.
You whore.
I got on last night with the other guys.
You whore.
Well, yeah. I got to keep myself entertained.
You have a strange way of entertaining yourself, but that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely strange. But at any rate, I am in Hobbs, and haven't found Calvin yet, so...
Is Hobbs, New Mexico?
Yes, right over the border.
I thought so.
Actually, it's in Arizona. No.
Wow,
no,
Hobbs, Arizona?
Nope, it is... No, not Arizona. I'm on the wrong border. It's just over the border from Texas into Arizona. Yeah. Get my geography right. Geography.
So it's Hobbs, Texas.
No, I think it's Hobbs, Arizona.
Open up your map and find out where you are.
I'm looking at it right now.
Well, there should be a state line then.
There is. It's right.
And the state line says what?
It doesn't say. There's just a gray line there.
So you need to know your geography is what you're telling me, and you don't know your geography.
It's just, well, the city is basically right on the border. Most of it's on the Arizona side. I mean the New Mexico side.
You just said Arizona or New
I
Mexico.
did.
Which one are we talking about?
I did say Arizona, but I meant New Mexico because it's right by Carlsbad, just east of there.
The caverns?
I guess if they're there.
Oh boy, you're scaring me with your lack of knowledge.
Hey, I'm not a traveled man.
But you're in a truck, in a simulator, and you have a map. You should be able to know exactly where you are.
Well, Carlsbad is right there, but it doesn't say anything about the caverns anywhere. No visitor areas. And I've never been to Carlsbad. In real life, anyway. All right, enough of that. Let's go pick a job.
Okay, let's.
Cargo market, because I have my own trailer right now. I'm going to pick a short... Here's a nice short trip. How about some buttermilk going to Socorro, New Mexico? That's a lot of buttermilk.
So what you're going to do is just take regular milk, and as you drive, it's going to turn to buttermilk, or is that going to turn to cream, or what are we looking at?
Well, with that amount of trip, it probably just turned to buttermilk, and they know how long it takes me, so... You know how that works. Let's see, do I need fuel? No, I'm good for 250 miles.
I rarely know how things work anymore.
Okay. Air brakes off.
I didn't hear the brakes go off.
You didn't?
Nope.
Oh, you probably can't hear any of the noise.
Not unless I'm on the stream, watching you. But then I would have to put on my headset as well because there's that faint echo.
Oh, okay.
Not the faint echo, I should say, but I'm faint, and it makes it a lot harder for people to hear me.
And if anybody's interested, you don't see any traffic because I run without traffic.
Basically, what he's saying, folks, is that he's got some cheat modes turned on. It's easier to run without traffic. He doesn't get tickets if he speeds or runs a red light or a stop sign. And right now, that's okay. Sometimes you want to drive that way.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
more
running with
fun,
mods.
or funner, whatever you want to call it. I have no
Funner.
idea how the English language works.
More funner.
And
You sound like me talking.
I am like you talking. He has multiple profiles set up. He has a profile that has everything turned on. He's got to obey the rules. He's got a profile with mods, which is the one he's operating in right now, and gives him access to some things that you don't get in the game normally. So they're third-party add-ons. And then he's got a regular profile, which is his Trucker God profile, and he's made some minor tweaks on that one. So there is traffic, but he's got fines turned off. There's, just little minor tweaks. The game lets you do that. So for this time, he's going ahead and just running in the profile that has the mods turned on, no traffic, no fines, and basically he can do everything he wants to except run off the road and not expect to get damage.
Right. Walmart, that's where I'm going.
They don't have Walmart, they have Walberts.
Nope, I got a mod for that. It gives me real businesses and stuff. So it's actually Walmart.
See, folks, another mod.
This truck I'm driving is a mod.
This is the McDonald's mod?
It has McDonald's on it. Yep.
Yeah. That's why I call it the McDonald's mod.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's pick this.
So why don't you tell us what truck you're driving today, Lonnie?
All right.
Describe it for all the viewers.
Let me pick this load first. Okay, let me go to external view. It is a Peterbilt 389 with a stretch frame, customized. It's got a Detroit motor in it with 840 horsepower, so it's pretty powerful. 18-speed transmission, manual, not automatic. So, and I've got a nice stainless steel reefer on the back of this thing hooked up to it, which I need to realign because I was going to hit that fence if I went the way I was going to.
Well, that could be a problem.
Yes.
And folks, the amount of horsepower he's using is way overkill.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So there's no reason to have that much horsepower on your truck. The game standards, the top motor in the game without mods is 625 to 650, I believe.
Yeah.
And you can haul every heavy load you need with that. And
oh yeah, definitely.
Without any problem. The biggest thing you have to look at on doing all of this is really your transmission you decide to set up. So if you're going to do a heavy load, you might change your transmission to give you more low end. He also has a mod on his transmission right now, or he's got his transmission set up where you're going to see he's got a lot of low end power and low RPMs, but he has to shift through the gears a lot. So again, it's more a personal preference on what you want to do, but that mod for that engine is overkill. Not saying I wouldn't love to drive it, but it is overkill.
Sometimes I'll put in here the 350 horsepower, 325 horse, and it's a challenge to do hills, stuff like that, but it's fun. I don't mind going with a slower motor. It's just that the guys I drive with all have big motors, and I can't keep up with them.
You know, motor envy is a real thing.
It is.
And every setup gives you different challenges, and they are all quite enjoyable.
Oh, I'm going to have to go out on the other side here just to get out of here. Yep.
That is part of the problem with the stretch frame. You
Yep.
don't have the ability to swing as you would with a normal frame. So if you're watching him and he's not able to swing wide enough to get around to the entrance, he does sometimes have to go a different route just to be able to do what he's trying to do, move around, come out back to the roads. Even line up for a gas pump is harder with that stretch frame.
Fuel pump.
And I did say gas pump, and I should have said diesel, so I am trying to work on that. That's just out of habit because we all have gas cars. Not many of us have diesel, and someone's going to make a comment on this that, hey, I've got a diesel truck, and I'm glad for you. But the majority of people do not have diesel vehicles.
Right. $358 miles.
So that should take you about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
For those who've never played American Truck Simulator, it is not one-to-one in terms of time. They do speed things up for you, or else it would take you on some of the longer deliveries days.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over here to the service center. I'm going to degrade my motor to the 300 horsepower I was talking about.
With the longer frame?
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to do a 300 horsepower with the stretch frame?
Yep.
That is going to be interesting.
Yeah, let's see. My load is 43,000 pounds.
Now,
Let's see,
for
where
people
is-
watching, if you see Lonnie's screen, you're going to see that centerpiece, which has all these different little statistics on it. The gear he's in, RPMs, load weight, distance to his destination, how much fuel he has. That is a simulation feature that he's purchased, and he's running it on a tablet of some sort, I believe. I don't know which one it is. That's why I'm saying tablet.
Tablet, yeah.
And that's an overlay that someone created. It's a wonderful looking overlay. And whoever created it, I don't know the gentleman's name, Lonnie does because he got it from a site. That person put a lot of time into that.
Oh, they did.
But it displays a lot of information. And it's also wonderful when you're streaming as well as when you're not streaming. But especially when you're streaming, because it gives a lot of information on the screen that the viewers can see and watch and follow along. So it really is fun to have it up there.
Okay, I have arrived at the service center. Let's go in there and configure.
And you'll be amazed how fast they can do an engine swap. You thought it would take days to weeks.
Oh, I was
Just
only at the
takes seconds.
720, not the 840. So, and it is the it's the Caterpillar motor, the C15. Let's see, here's a 375. Yeah, let's do the
That
375.
was a good motor.
Oh yeah. There we go. Done. I didn't even have to get out of my seat.
There are some great service centers located in that ATS game. I mean, it's amazing how well they work.
Yep. Now I can't skip too many gears in low range anymore. I've got to use them all.
Yeah, you've got to go in full sequence or else you'll fall back. Skipping in gear will hurt you.
Yeah.
So how many hours have you played so far, Lonnie, in total?
I'd have to
Just
look
an
it up.
estimate. Just an estimate.
That's a good question. Maybe 2,000 hours. Maybe less. I think it was
And folks,
1,700 last time I looked.
okay.
I
And
could be
folks
mistaken,
watching,
though.
if you think your hobby's addictive, there you go. And understand, that's just American Truck Simulator. He has European Truck Simulator as well. He doesn't play it as often, but he does have a couple of profiles in there.
Yep.
And the European trucks are cab over, and it's an entirely different driving experience, one that I rather enjoy. And the problem with playing in European Truck Simulator is when you go from European back to American Truck Simulator, you forget what the cab over gives you in order to park and turn and do everything. And it is a lot easier. But the roads you're driving on in Europe are a lot more narrow, and you need that type of truck. Or lorry, if you want to be English.
Yep.
And we make no money from saying this, but try out the game. Get it from Steam. If you don't like it, return it. You'll get your money back. But do try the game.
Oh, yeah, it's a kick.
I didn't think I'd like it, and he convinced me to do it. And before you know it, I have a rig. I have all the accoutrements. And it's a really great way to spend some downtime and unwind.
Oh, yeah,
And
definitely.
I'll tell you how much fun it is, folks. There are truckers, currently active truckers, that when they're not trucking for real in life, they play this game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, to me, that gives it a heck of a seal of approval.
Yeah, no kidding. I think they like it because it's a little, you're actually doing your job, you're delivering, doing what you're out there to do, and you don't have to deal with the traffic and all the little nuances of real-time trucking.
Oh, you mean your dispatch?
The dispatch,
you
yeah.
have to slow down or changing your delivery times and everything else?
The shipper-receiver idiots that you got to deal with, the lumpers, all that crap. You could just show up and press a button and you're done with your delivery, you know? And you get paid.
Oh, yeah. You're not showing up at the warehouse and the warehouse is closed because, you know, even though they said they were going to be there for you to deliver, they locked the gate, locked the yard, and no one's there to take delivery. So you have to spend
Right, there's no wait time.
10, 12 hours waiting for someone to open it back up.
Right.
So yeah. You're doing what you really enjoy doing without all
the bullshit.
The other little hassles.
Yeah.
But really, I didn't think I would enjoy it. If you do have all the racing equipment, steering wheel and stuff, definitely try downloading the game. You might say you're a Assetto Corsa person. You might play iRacing. What do I do? I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't enjoy this. Try it. It's addictive.
Yeah. Artesia.
So as he's driving, folks, do pay attention and watch the gearing and how he's moving through the gears. And look at the speed while you're watching that and the RPMs. This is the way he's got his truck geared with his transmission. And he does have the engine brake or retarder on it, if you want to call it, or as he likes to call it, Jake brake. You'll hear him mention that.
Yep, I had to slam on the binders right there. I almost missed my turn.
And yes, look at the non-professionals driving, as I am one, and the professionals will comment if they watch us going, what kind of an idiot's doing that?
Yeah.
And the answer, quite simply, is us. If I sound like I could be selling steak knives or something else on QVC, the way I'm talking right now, it's not that. I just love to hear my own voice, and I do it very well. So as you're driving, Lonnie, how was work today?
Rather not talk about it. No. It sucked, as usual.
Okay, we'll pass on that topic. We don't talk politics, so let's see, what can we talk about?
Oh, let's see here. Hey, it almost looks like there's snow on the mountains there, but I think this is a desert, so it's just probably the coloring of the sandstone, you might call it.
Well, I'm gonna have to check you there, Lonnie, because a lot of our viewers probably call in or make comments.
Yeah.
You can have snow on desert mountains.
Oh yeah, definitely, but I'm not sure what the elevation here is in. Well, we're probably close enough to Socorro to call it Socorro. We might be about 4,000. Oh, we're in Roswell.
Watch out for the space aliens.
Oh yeah, there they are right there. I'm just passing them up.
There are little Easter egg features in the game. There are hidden roads that you try to find. There are lots of out of bounds, but those are marked, and you can find the hidden roads as you drive, because you'll find a road that's doesn't have the barriers on it, for lack of a better word. And that's one of the fun things to do, is try to find hidden roads. There is a spot in Washington that you can basically drive off the map.
There's actually quite a few now.
Go into a town. Well, okay, I didn't know that. I haven't been doing as much exploring as you.
Yep. I found a lot of hidden roads since then.
But Lonnie here is on that one in Washington. He also found the bottomless pit.
Yeah.
And he drove off and went to a spot and drove off the map, and he just kept falling and falling. His speed was amazing.
Oh, man.
You never saw a tractor trailer get that fast
That kind of speed,
life.
Yep.
And you never will.
It was a whole new dimension, that's for sure.
And he never hit bottom where he was. There was another point when he ran off the map, and he did hit bottom, and he was able to drive himself out. But it doesn't always work.
No.
But it is fun to watch.
How's my audio, by the way?
I'm hearing you lovely, because we've been talking through Discord, but I'm not actually on the stream right now.
Oh, you're not? Oh, okay. I was just kind of wondering how it was sounding. Or looking,
So
all that good stuff.
I'm actually commenting blind. I'm letting you basically talk about where you are and when things are going problem-wise. I'm just trying to keep the audience generally amused and sticking with us for the stream.
Right. Yeah. I'm not much of a talker, so yeah, I could drive in silence for hundreds of miles.
Well, let's talk in time frame, real life. You could drive without talking for hours.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
I do
We
have
haven't done
to.
a free guide type of thing, though.
What?
We haven't done a free guide type of thing where
Oh no.
NPCs come to life. It's always interesting when you play this game. If you've played it, you know this. If you haven't and you decide to try it out, you'll see this. You can be driving down the road when there's traffic on, and you'll just see a police officer on a bike talking to a guy out in the middle of nowhere. And that does make you think about NPCs in terms of Free Guy. You're like, is there a cop and a person talking? And you might see a cop car, you might see a police motorcycle, but you don't see any other vehicle that the pedestrian came out of. And you know that person couldn't have walked into the middle of nowhere. So it's kind of funny. I always laugh at that. Some of the other features of the game, by the way, you can control your weather. They don't have snow as an option yet. We're hoping they'll release that. They did a winter holiday special event where you were delivering to, for lack of a better word, Santa's Wonderland, which was really nice because we're going into an area where you had snow, and it was gorgeous. The light was reflecting off the snowflakes. You felt the ice underneath your truck. It was just great. You had to drive a little bit differently because you could jackknife easier. So the ability to create all that is there. They just haven't released it in an updated version yet. You know, Lonnie and I talked about, wouldn't it be great if they actually would have the weather mimic what's currently going on
The local
in the area,
yeah.
tie into some weather service, and then say, oh, it's windy and rainy. Boom, it's windy and rainy. You can't modify it. You just put on realistic weather.
Yeah.
That would be interesting, and that would be enjoyable as well.
And that might come true here in the near future, because they're talking about that new engine. That's probably going to be one of the features, maybe.
Well, we can only hope, but
yeah. As well as a bunch of other new features. Boy, I can't wait till that new engine comes out. It's going to make this thing run so much better, especially on these newer computers. I was going to mention earlier that since I got my new computer and new video card, I mean, just seeing the graphics that I have now are just wonderful. And I always thought it was good to begin with.
well, yeah, the graphics are wonderful. I mean, what they put into it, the graphics are amazing. But are they taking full advantage of the new graphics cards?
No.
No, I mean, you've got GPUs
not with this old engine, yeah.
With 5, with 8, 12, 16 processors. And then you've got your normal CPUs that can run the game a lot faster, a lot better. It's just amazing. They're not caught up on the technology and what they can do.
Right, I can't remember when this game came out. It's been out for a while. They keep upgrading it and doing DLCs, and it's great. They've got quite a few states now. What's the count now? 10 states or something like that, or more?
10 or 12, somewhere in that business.
I'd have to look at the map and count them out.
They've done the West Coast heading east, but there is not a lot of logic to it, because sometimes they skip over spots that you're like, why'd they skip it and do it that way?
Yeah.
The other thing is, and we've discussed this before, they need to put a team on updating the states, because when they release it, they release the state with as much information as they can at the time. But we talk about Colorado, and Colorado's missing several cities. It's missing several exits that you would want to get to, especially in the mountain areas.
Yep.
And
some of the trucking routes that are not there.
Right. I mean, the level of detail isn't there yet. But there is hope because they go back and they worked on California and they've added more detail to that.
Nevada.
They've added a lot more detail to Nevada. They've added detail to Arizona.
Yeah, I think they've gotten Washington and Oregon too, some. Probably not to the
Yeah, they actually
extent
have.
as Nevada and California.
I would probably agree with that. I think it's probably the most active, updated state that they do and release is California. It seems with every release they put out, there's a little bit more of California in it. But to me, there should be a team working on new states, and there should be a team working on upgrading the existing states. It also seems in some of the states that the time ratio isn't matching with other states. I mean, going up California, you look at the time ratio to go 300 miles, and then you do that same 300-mile distance in Idaho going north to south, and it seems if you were to time it on a stopwatch, it's a lot shorter amount of time in Idaho than it would be going north-south in California. Which doesn't make sense, even with different speed limits, the way that it's set up. The speed limit changes don't account for that change. So I do have a lot of hope for this new engine, and that some of these things will be corrected, as well as the new features. And there have been some really cool features when they have put out updates. I mean, I thought one of the coolest updates that they did was to give us windows that worked. I mean, granted, it didn't, relate a lot to the game. I mean, let's be honest, you're not going to feel the wind coming through when you're opening your window, but it was neat to be able to turn your view to the far left or the far right and lower or raise those passenger side or driver's side windows. It was just a neat little touch. You know what I'm saying?
Just pulled off the highway to get to the Saguaro, 1 mile away from my destination.
There you go. I mean, it's the time clock can't be realistic, as we all know, for driving, or else you'd be there all the time and never complete runs.
Yeah.
You couldn't do more than, right now, if you play the game for about 3 or 4 hours, you can make about 5 to 6 deliveries, depending upon the distance you choose.
Right.
And, it's good. And what I also like about the game is it's a combination of adults, older adults, kids, and with the servers that they have set up, there's so many different people from so many different languages and countries. I mean, I have heard on the servers German. I've heard on the servers Spanish, of course. I've heard Russian. It's a really diverse group of people who play this game.
Oh, definitely. Let's see, I'm going right here.
And the convoy feature they put in place was also nice. Excuse me.
Let's see, my delivery is off to the left here. Let's look. There it is. Okay.
So you parked yet?
Nope, just getting lined up to back it in. Let's see if I'm lined up at all. I may have to do another pull-up.
Now that's the other thing about this game. You can request an easy parking spot. You can even push a button to say park it for me. It affects your experience points you get for each run you take, if you would, depending upon what you choose. But you can start at a level that you're comfortable with and then build your confidence up to where you can do it. It took me a while to do the difficult parking jobs and have to back your rig up into these parking spots. And another thing that's really nice is you can have the standard in-cab views. You can change how you're closer to or further away from your dash, so you can use your outside mirrors, which you can adjust. But they also have digital mirrors that just show up on the top left and top right of your screen. You don't have to adjust those. Those automatically give you the proper view you want for your left and right side to help you use those to back around corners and stuff. Occasionally, I like to look down on a slightly down angle to help me and not use the mirror, just get a better angle that way. It's going to be dependent upon as you get your confidence up there. Lonnie here likes to park amazing. He seems to line up really well. Some of his parking jobs he's done, I know myself, I would take 4 or 5 attempts just to get lined up, and he's done it in 1 or 2. And I'm always amazed about that. But hey, what can I say?
Yeah, sometimes I just pull in and hit the enter button and
I know,
let it auto
let
park.
them automatically take that delivery.
Yeah. Let's see, 816 miles. Yeah, I just dropped off the load, by the way. I'm looking for another
I guess
load.
when you're saying 816 miles.
522, and this one is heading to Denver, Colorado.
Denver, Colorado?
I know that run. Let's do it. Going to be going up a mountain pass, too, out of New Mexico, northern New Mexico. And
you going up Bertone?
With this, well, that one, too. With this load, it's going to be, or with this motor and the load, it's going to be quite the challenge.
Well, don't skip gears.
Nope. And it is 8:33 p.m., so we're going to be doing nighttime driving.
And here's something I just learned. You can go into the system and change your clock. Not the regular clock, which you could do anyway if you wanted to and just mess with your own computer time. But in the game, if it's nighttime, you want to be driving in daytime, you can go ahead and change that around so you could be driving in daytime. You're able to make that edit. I didn't know about that until I saw Lonnie do it. So it was enlightening for myself.
I can't go out this way.
And that was pun intended, by the way, folks. Enlightening, changing the time. I prefer to drive nighttime and daytime. I just like to get the whole day in if I'm driving. Nighttime, see beautiful stars, you get the lights. I have a rig that has like 20 auxiliary lights on it. So when I turn them all on, I mean, I light up the road.
Here, let's look at my lighting on my truck and trailer. Do an external view so we can see what's on it. It's not overly obnoxious yet, but I can, if I want to. I can add all kinds if I want to.
Which thing are you going to get there?
I think I might just leave it at this. I think this is enough.
My friend, there's never enough lights. Now, in real life, there is, because you'd have to run some serious auxiliary power to be able to run as many lights as I'm running on the truck that I have right now. Um, it would be ridiculous in terms of cost to do that. But in the simulator, it's fun.
Oh yeah. Yep, there's a guy I run with online, Rusty Nail. He likes to run every single light he can get on his truck.
So from the orange outline lights all the way to a bunch of lights facing forward and back and underlighting and everything.
Yep, everything he can get, whatever the mod has. These are only on his modded trucks.
Well, yeah, I can get that.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you gotta have fun. I mean, that's the whole thing. That's the other thing about it. I think regular truck drivers love to play this game because they can do things to their vehicles that you just can't do functionally and affordably in real life.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
think about it. Your current truck, you can change the ride height manually. You can make it a low boy to a monster truck size.
Yeah. Let's see here. This one is, where's this one located? Right there. Okay. I'll back into that one. Make a little U-turn in the yard so I can get lined up for it.
You know, that stretch frame, I don't know if she's worth it, man. I'm just telling you.
It makes difficult.
I mean, I don't see how the benefits. I don't see what benefits there are that can outweigh all these problems.
It's better riding on the highway.
Yeah, but you're not
More
actually in the truck.
No, I'm not.
Sometimes
Okay.
with all the features you've added to your rig and everything like that, I think you forget you're not in the truck.
Yeah. Let's look out the window.
That said, folks, if you don't have a rig and you play this game, build a rig. Matter of fact, I would say build one rather than buy one. That's enables you to customize it a lot more. The rig I have is a plans that I got and bought, and in my inexperience, I built everything to the plan. Sorry, and if I had to do it over, I would have already made modifications before I built the rig, or while I was building the rig, to make it a little more comfortable. I do plan on making modifications to this rig. I'm either going to go with an 80/20 aluminum, or I will modify my current rig and make it a little bit wider, add some additional platforms on there to hold my computer, and I'm definitely going to put wire channels. The cables that we have for running all this, running all the equipment, they can get all over the place, and you can create tension points you didn't even realize you were creating, so you kink the cables and wind up having to replace them. So those are the things I do on the takeaway on the rig part.
Yeah.
But the rig is amazing. We both have is that a 39-inch monitor, the curved one?
Which one's that?
There are big monitors.
49.
49, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have these 49-inch curved monitors. They're fantastic.
Ultra wides, yeah.
Yeah. And then I don't. Do you have 3 monitors on top of that, or I just have 2 above?
I just have 2, just like you do.
Yeah, and the 2 above just make it fantastic to display other things. So you can put Discord up like we're talking on right now to see what's going on. You can go ahead and put your sim hub that you're using to display that overlay I was talking about earlier.
All the dash components.
Yeah, all of that. You can do all that information on that extra monitor. If you work from home, you can put your work up there while you're really driving. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's just be honest. Let's have some fun. You could do your meeting, and if you do it right with the right type of background and hiding stuff, they won't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You can put your streamer software on there, so you can see what's going out to your viewing public, and you can see if there's any errors with that. I mean, maybe on the next stream before Lonnie gets started, he can actually show you his dash and talk about different components. I mean, we have button boxes. He's got a large Stream Deck, Elgato Stream Deck box to help him launch softwares and launch different software and do his recording buttons and streaming buttons. Basically gives you more flexible control. I have a small one because I believe size doesn't matter. There's just so much you can do, and there's never going to be a perfect rig, and I mean that honestly. Once you set it up and you start using it, you're going to be like, oh, I should have done this.
Yeah.
Even if you've been modifying your rig and you rebuild a rig and you've been using a rig setup for 2 years, you're still going to find new things afterwards. You're going to be like, oh, I should have done this, I should have added this. That's kind of part of the beauty.
Definitely.
I mean, I'm looking at modifying mine, and it's a wood rig, and I think I'm going to modify the rig, and I'm thinking about piano hinges, and piano hinges make for wonderful flexibility for adding shelves. There are going to be some additional components that are going to be made out of metal, because I want them to be able to move away when I'm not using them, or even when I'm playing the game, I want to be able to push it to the side, because when you're driving, you rarely need your keyboard that much, especially if you have button boxes. You can pretty much program everything on your steering wheel buttons, your button box is attached. That's the wonderful part about ATS and ETS. You can actually do that. Well, I should say ETS2, because that's the more modern version. ETS, when it first came out, was
the latest version. Yeah.
And ETS2 is incredible. That's the one they keep updated. But you have just so much flexibility that you do need the keyboard to start with, don't get me wrong. But once you get going, you can push that thing out of the way. And give yourself a little more room. And that makes all the difference. Comfort is your friend.
Yes.
Because without realizing it, 4 hours will pass. You may not even think you'll be on your rig playing the game for 4 hours. I have zoned out for 6 hours. That's the longest I have done it. And I think I could probably beat that record.
Oh, yeah.
to be quite honest. Go in there with my cup of coffee in the morning, sit down, start playing, pause only to get more to drink or maybe run to the bathroom real quick. Because it's just fun, especially on those dreary days, whether it be snowing or raining. You can...
In real life weather.
Yeah, in real life, I'm sorry. I need to specify that. IRL.
Right.
There are just some amazing things that, you get immersed in the game.
Yeah, sometimes you just you can't wait to get home from work to get on the rig. Just like any gamer, it's kind of almost an addiction, I guess you might say.
I wouldn't even say almost. I mean, you're pretty much addicted to it.
Yeah.
And I'm closely there.
Oh, my dog food has arrived. Just got the notification from Amazon.
I think I just heard your doorbell.
Yeah.
You need to put up a sign screaming, make no noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like anything else, there's just... You can immerse yourself in it and not realize how much time has gone by.
Right. Yeah, let's see, it's 7:30 now. I've been driving for about an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree.
Well, let's see, 52 minutes, it says right there on OBS how long my stream has been going.
Okay, you've been streaming for 15 minutes, but you've been in that rig for a little longer than that.
Yeah, a little longer, so.
Because we were chatting before that.
Right.
Before, live from Lonnie's rig room, it's ATS. So,
yeah.
It's, it has some of those things. I mean, come on, we've gotten on together in convoy mode, and we have started at about 7 o'clock and gone till after midnight without even realizing it.
Oh, easy.
Until one of us says, hey, don't you have to work tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess I need to get some sleep. It's that type of experience.
Just passing through Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Santa Fe?
Yep.
There's a lovely church there. You should have stopped, gotten out, and visited.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's in this iteration of New Mexico, but it should be. So, it's a great game. I mean, I can't say much more than that. I mean, it's... I don't want to say it's got the Joe seal of approval, because the Joe seal of approval means absolutely nothing. But I mean, it does for me. It has my seal of approval because I play it.
Yeah.
And I play it as often as I can, which sometimes I have to go weeks without playing it because of my health issues. And sometimes I can only play it for an hour because of my health issues. So there are restrictions for me that occur whether I want them to or not. So it does prevent me from going too crazy some days. But for this guy right here, the only restriction he's got is his own self-control.
Yep.
I mean, I've seen him.
Yeah, if I didn't
by
have a
getting
regular
sleep,
job, I'd probably be on here way more.
which is a scary thought, considering how long you're on it already.
I'd be a true hermit. I don't know what he does in there all day long, every day, neighbors are saying. You hardly ever see him.
Yeah, but the rumors would spread. He brings people home at night. You hear weird noises, but no one ever leaves.
Yeah.
Because that's how it goes. Rumors start. It is real.
Yeah.
So let's go to the audience. Any questions from the audience? No
Crickets.
question. No audience, maybe. I have no idea. I'm not watching this.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't think it shows on there anybody connected or watching or what. So.
Well, our goal we need to do is to make this a much more exciting stream.
Yeah, I want maybe 2 subscribers.
You want followers, man. You want to be a, what is that term? An influencer. Yeah,
an
that's
influencer.
You want to be an influencer.
I don't think anybody wants to follow my influence.
You want gamers to go, we need to get Lonnie to play this, because if he plays it, everyone will play it.
Yeah.
Because he has that many followers to his stream. So that's what we're going to work on. Now, I'm probably killing a lot of your potential followers by being on this stream, and I do apologize, but I'm trying to liven it up a little bit, because really, folks, if it was just Lonnie, crickets galore just coming from where he is. The only noise you would hear would be the truck and the occasional, where should we go next?
Yep.
Because
True
he's
enough.
just not very vocal. I mean, if you've watched Mythbusters, he's the Jamie Heineman. I'm the Adam Savage. That's all I can say.
Hey, Jamie talks way more than me.
That's because they make him, I hate to tell you.
Probably.
If he wasn't required to actually talk to the camera and say some things, he would just act and do what he's doing. They'd be like, let's see if we can build a boat out of duct tape. All you'd see was Jamie doing making a boat with duct tape. You wouldn't hear anything about how he built the frame or where he came up with his idea for the plans or anything like that, you know. Because all of that comes from mainly Adam and the producers prodding poor Jamie.
Yeah.
And that's very similar to you and me. You would need to be prodded by me to talk, which is what I'm doing now, by engaging in this conversation. And then, leave me alone? You couldn't get me to shut up. I mean, my wife tries to muzzle me because she's like, enough, please. It's just what it is. That's what makes us a really great team. There's the one with the doer intelligence, that's you, and there's the one with the, hey, let me tell everyone about it and get people to understand what we are doing. That's me.
The narrative.
Yeah, see, the narrative work.
Yeah. Passing Raton.
Raton. You're passing Raton, driving a truck. I'm sitting here talking to you, and I'm scratching a border collie's head because he's almost in my lap going, love me, love me, love me.
Yeah.
He's a special border collie. And that's
233 miles left.
let's take. Well, wait a second. Where'd you start out?
Socorro?
Okay, yeah, okay. I was for some reason I thought you started out a lot closer. And my border collie just used me as a human napkin again. Went and drank some water and just came over here and wiped himself.
Yeah.
Over my hands. Gotta love him. So yeah, okay, that makes sense for your distance. Plus, you're driving the lower powered vehicle.
It's actually doing pretty good.
I believe it is. But
I've got the cruise set at 70, and it's holding it.
Yeah, but you know what? With your other vehicles, you've had the cruise set at 80.
Oh yeah,
85.
We normally do 75 cruise speed for when we get online on the convoys. That's the norm.
Well, the nice thing about the convoys is you're talking to the people you're convoying with, but you're all taking the same jobs, so you're all getting to the same destination. Sometimes some people get there faster than others, but
yeah. Welcome to colorful Colorado.
Cool. That is a nice feature of this game. If you can get your friends to also join you in starting to play this game, that convoy feature is nice. You're able to drive, for lack of a better word, a private virtual world, because you can put a password on it, so only the people with the password can gain access. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, there are servers, and those servers are fun too, and you can see who's up there, so you can meet people. I believe that, is that where you met these guys you ride with?
Yeah. Yeah, I just pick a room, and if I don't like it, I leave. If I like it, I'll stay.
Yeah, but that's through the convoy. I was curious if you met in person or server.
Yeah, I just picked a room and got to know him, and then he had some friends get on, and I got to know them. And now we just all run together pretty much.
Do you go do the generic online anymore?
You mean the Truckers MP?
Yeah.
I haven't been on that in a while.
I
almost forget it's there.
What's that?
I almost forget it's there.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of people there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I still like going to the online rooms like that, into the generic big servers where 4,000 or 5,000 people are.
Yeah.
Because then you get to the big cities and you're like, whoa, there's hundreds of us here.
Yeah, they can have a lot more players in a convoy or in a room or server than in convoy, because convoy is only limited to 8.
Right, because you're basically creating a mini server on their general convoy server.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's fun. Either way you do it, it's fun. If you want to get better at it with some friends and just spend time with some friends playing, it's a great feature because you're able to just all pick the same job. And if you're picking the same job, you know you're all headed to the same spot, because that's not always the case when you're trying to get a job off of freight or cargo or, generic job market. It's just, those are different ways you can get jobs in the game, folks. It's nice to have that ability to know you're all going to get the same job.
Yeah.
And go to the same destination.
Looks like I'm going through Pueblo now.
You won't all get paid the same because your pay is based on your experience.
Yep.
And by experience, it's your driver's rating, because you can start spending, as you level up, you start spending points to different categories, like the ability to handle precious cargo, heavy cargo, fuel efficiency. There's all these different little categories, just like 6 or 7 of them. And they all have 5 or 6 levels you move up in. And you start your own trucking company in this game also, which is really cool because then you hire drivers, you buy trucks. Your drivers may have a rating less than you, and you hire them, and as they do more jobs, they earn more experience points themselves, their rating goes up, so they're starting earning more money. There are so many different ways this game plays. It's just, it's so much fun. And I think that was the original hesitation on my part. I was like, really, I'm just going to go around and drive a truck? I don't see the reality of enjoying this. But then I got in the game because he convinced me to really try it out, which I'm glad he did.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh wait, I'm hiring drivers, I'm buying garages, I'm changing trucks, I'm buying trucks. Lonnie has a bunch of trailers, and I'm starting to buy trailers. And there are some trailers that can get you jobs that can make you a lot of money for short distances.
Oh, yeah.
And that's another aspect of the game that I'm just getting an understanding of. So just when you think you understand the game, there's another layer that's opened up to you. And the higher levels you get, even if you've maxed out all your experience points, so you're at a full experience point rating because you've earned every skill point you can, you gain more earnings because your level's higher. Because as you move up to, let's say you're at a level 44 and a job you earn is $100,000, then you get to a level 60, that same job could be worth $150,000 or even $175,000. And you know, the guy I'm talking to right now, his main profile, he's like a billionaire on his way to being a trillionaire.
I'm at 3 billion.
Yeah, I said on your way to being a trillionaire.
Yep.
It may take a little while longer, but you're going that direction.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm still a millionaire. Granted, I'm a multi-millionaire, you're wrong.
Yeah, I'm almost 4 million on this profile now, and I haven't even been on this one for very long.
No, and it's the same thing. But one of the things that's gotten to be a billionaire is he's got all these garages maxed out with all these drivers. And so, yes, if you look at the ratings and who makes the most money per job, it's still Lonnie, but his drivers are bringing a ton of money. And one of the best things about Convoy, which is better than going on Truckers MP and going into a server, is that when you're on Convoy, even though you're driving with only 8 other people, your drivers still earn you money.
Yes.
So when you're in Truckers MP and you're just playing on a server, your drivers aren't building up your cash. You could be playing for, 6 hours, and you're not. The only money you're earning is the money you're bringing in. It's not being multiplied by your drivers.
Right.
But in Convoy, when you're in that mode, your drivers are still bidding on jobs, still bringing in money, and you're still earning money. Oh, and it is like real life. You can get a loan if you need to start out, so you can get trucks if you want to. There are 2 ways basically to start. You can go to this, what I call a driver's market, where they're just looking for people to drive company-owned vehicles and move to different destinations. You earn pretty good money. Or once you get a little bit of that, then you can go to the bank and you can get a loan and you can buy your own vehicle. Then from there, you can go ahead and buy the garage and everything else, and it really does help. You're basically improving your cash flow and your ability to make a ton of money. That's how this guy here became a billionaire. But then again, if he's got about 2,000 hours in the game, you do the math. That's a couple of years he's been driving this thing.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Or even maybe more than that.
All right, getting ready to turn on I-70.
I-70? West or east?
East. Going to rail yard, actually, which is in the modded world. It's Burlington Northern Santa Fe.
Ah, yes. DNSF.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I like it.
Yeah, but let's be honest, you like everything.
I do.
Except vegetables.
Well, that's true. Got a point there. And the sun is rising. I see it driving into the sunrise.
Quick, put down your visor.
I can't reach it.
I hope that comes out with the new engine. But it's again, I'm gonna say it, folks. For all those listening, hopefully it's not just Lonnie and myself. Even if it's just one other viewer who's never ever driven this game, or yeah, I have to say driven, can't say play. I think you could say play. It's a philosophical question I'll think about later.
It's a simulation. So driving.
Get it. Try it through Steam. If you don't like it, like I said, you can return it. Steam's pretty liberal with that. But once you do, I don't think there are going to be too many returns, to be quite honest.
Right.
And the cost is pretty reasonable, unless you're junkies like us, where we buy a lot of the downloadable content or DLC.
Yep.
If you're not junkies like us, basically, you're only looking at buying extra states if you want to expand it. Though I do know some people who are driving the game and they don't have all the states. They just have maybe 3 or 4 states, and that's where they spend all their time. And that's fine. I'm a geek, so every time they put a new state out, I've got to get it. There's a new state. Quick, let's buy it. Load it. Let's drive in it. Woohoo!
Yeah, the last state that came out was Kansas.
Yep. And they're working on Oklahoma, aren't they?
Oklahoma, yes, and Nebraska.
Yeah. Sometimes they continue going east. Sometimes they take a break and go north and south to try to connect to it. I personally am looking forward to Louisiana when it connects up to Texas. That should be fun.
Okay, where's my drop-off point?
It would be the one that's flashing.
Let's see, it's over.
And it has the outline of a truck and
there it is.
Container, cargo.
Got it.
Sometimes you have to tell him, because you know he plays this game a lot, he forgets things. He's old.
Yeah, right. Whatever. Just got to figure out which way to enter the yard.
Oh, you leave yourself open to so many comments on that statement.
Enter the yard. Let's see
Figure out
here.
which way to enter the yard. Yes, that can be interpreted so many ways. Which is why we make these streams to be adult level, because, well, mainly because of me, folks. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
But occasionally, Mr. Lonnie will put in some nice comments that will make me go, wow.
One short pull-up, I think, ought to work.
We gotta go to Stockton next.
California?
Why not? You haven't been there in a while.
I was not there not too long ago, actually.
Well, what's too long ago?
Last week.
Yeah, I consider that a long while.
Straighten her out, and I'm lined up. Yep, lined up. Wait for the green light, and there it is.
Ding!
Delivered.
And if you don't know how to drive a stick, learn, because it makes the game so much more interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even though you can get automatic vehicles. And let's just be honest, if you're gonna learn to drive a stick, it's a lot easier to learn on a computer where you don't have to worry about burning out a clutch.
Yeah, no kidding. Whole lot safer, that's for sure.
Safer, that won't cost you a ton of money. It's just, do it. And if you've driven a manual but haven't used one in a while, you'll be fine. All of us have stalled our semi-trucks.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, my
Doesn't
fatigue.
matter how much experience you have or how many hours you've played the game, you're still bound to stall it. Just like you're still bound, if you're not paying attention, to hit a guardrail or jackknife. And it's kind of funny, but if you're trying to jackknife the vehicle, it's almost impossible when you're trying to. When you're not trying to, you're not really paying attention, whoo, you're jackknifing.
Yeah. Time is 8 o'clock. Okay. I need to go get me something to drink.
Well, then, you need to get yourself something to drink.
Yep. Well, keep the channel alive there. I'll be right back.
Cool, I can talk bad about you.
Yep.
Except you have your headset on, so it won't work.
Yep. Oh, I need to go get my dog food too.
That's probably a good idea. This is the boring part of the show because it's just me and I have no one to interact with. Even though he's on the channel, he's not going to really talk. So I don't sing. I don't tell that many jokes. I don't get paid by SCS Software to show their stuff, but I keep saying, try it. It is a fun time. The other thing, try streaming. It's not that hard. Don't be embarrassed. Right now, we're streaming to YouTube. We have streamed to Facebook. We've streamed to both at the same time, as a matter of fact. But we're having a problem getting Lonnie set up with OBS to Facebook. And Streamlabs is giving him fits right now because Lonnie normally uses Streamlabs. I use OBS. And Streamlabs is definitely giving him fits. Gave him enough fits that he went to General OBS. So that's how bad it was. It's fun to stream. Your own little producer, director of your own little TV show. And if you're not asking for money, I think it's a lot more enjoyable because I have a hard time sitting there saying make a contribution, do all this other stuff. Because then I feel like you have to put on a true show, be witty, be something, prepare your streams, be on top of stuff,
Mic off.
get sponsors, all that things. When you're just doing it for fun by yourself, you're just doing it for fun. And hopefully, people will start picking up your stream. They'll start following it. Again, we're not looking for money. We're just looking for people who share the same interests.
Mic on.
Online friends. Acquaintances. Good Lord, I can't even speak tonight. I should rephrase that. I can't speak normally anytime, so right now it just seems to be a lot harder than it should be. Like, one of the things I think people would really be excited about and enjoy is Lonnie's rig. I mean, the time he spends on that dashboard and he keeps modifying it, the effort he puts in to make it be like a real truck cabin, it's fantastic. I mean, air brake, air shifter. It's his passion. And, you know, am I at that level that he's at? No. But I have a nice rig. It's functional for me. And as I said earlier, I'm going to make it better. I'm going to improve the functionality for myself so it's a lot more comfortable. One of the things I am going to do is change the seat I have. And I have a hard plastic seat with a fabric cover. Works well for maybe a couple hours. After that, yes, you're starting to feel some pain. So I'd like to get a regular car seat. It'd be really cool if I could find a power one. Full power adjustable car seat. Maybe even some massage capabilities. Good God, that would be wonderful. Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
But
need to
yeah.
go to a junkyard and find one.
Fine, too. You need one, too.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, this is what we are. This is who we are. We're fun geeks.
Yep.
But you're geekier than I am because you've got your setup much nicer than mine is.
You know, I've always wanted to add a console to this. And, because right now I just have a table set up next to me. But I think if I build a console next to me, I can build it to the way I want it.
Well, sure. You can even put extra buttons in there.
Oh, definitely. Buttons,
but you can have your cup holder.
My cup holder, yep.
Center
all
storage.
That good stuff.
That'd be cool.
Yep. Well, about that, I'm going to stop the stream, but me and you can continue on.
That's fine. Stop the stream. Goodbye, folks. This has been Lonnie Jameson's stream.
Yep. All right, so.
You know,
I need to set my button box up again for shutting down the stream and putting BRB on there and live and thanks and all that good stuff on there.
Which you
I just
Which
need
would be
alt
really
tab
cool.
now.
What you really need to do is we need to get some airbags, you know, the trucker's bags for the suspension,
Mm-hmm.
and make it set up so you can have a nice. Since you got the compressor right there,
Mm-hmm.
the air, you can have a nice air ride.
Yeah. Have an air ride seat. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Nice, it'd be awesome.
It'd be awesome. Let's see.
It'd be like, well, how comfortable are you? Oh, you have no idea how comfortable he is. Matter of fact, doesn't even use his bed anymore. He just sleeps in the rig.
I have slept in this seat before in this rig. Take a nap.
On purpose, or you just fell asleep?
Just fell asleep.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Well, anyway, bye, folks. If anybody was watching this, I hope they enjoyed it, and hope you enjoyed my partner over there doing all the talking. He is quite the talker.
I'm his partner in crime, folks.
Yeah. So anyway, till next time, we'll see you.